Welcome to another edition of Motorsports Magazine. Joined in our interview segment tonight by a driver who we thought you won last time out in the Mini Modified division, but something happened over in Tech, and well, we figured we'd go right to the source. Here he is. He's from Ausable Forks. This is Rick Doner. What happened in Tech?
First, I want to apologize to all my sponsors, Watson Glass and Gordon's Oil. I really, I give them the tool to take the valves out of the head. Not knowing that it was illegal, I give him the tool to do it. I call him machine shop, and he goes, "I didn't do that." So I don't know. I'll take responsibility for it, but you're going to notice this week that it ain't going to make a difference in my car.
Well, Rick, there's a lot of people online, some of the different internet sites that are quick to get after the 95 and the 59 when they see how the two cars have been dominant at times in the early going here in the 2010 season. And a lot of them have been pointing fingers and say he's got to be doing something. And then, 2 weeks back when you were disqualified over in Tech, those people were all saying, "See, we told you so."
But I'm telling you right now, it didn't make a difference to my car. I guess I got to prove it tonight.
So, between yourself and Steven's car, things had gone pretty well up until the disqualification last week.
Yep.
What is it that makes them so fast?
It's just I did my homework on the cars. The suspension, I worked all winter on the suspension. Half of last summer, actually. I was tweaking with it last summer since Billy had the Honda out there, and you can play with the suspensions, and I kept playing with it. And it took me almost all summer to get a good idea how to design this front end to work as good as it does.
You're in a position now where the disqualification 2 weeks back, not getting any points, you think realistically you still have a shot at a track championship?
It's early. Everybody has a bad race. So,
and also with the car counts the way they are in the Mini Modified division, on any given night, as you said, you can be in the wrong place at the wrong time, and a guy who can be the point leader can end up with 20 points on a given night.
Right, exactly. So I think I can make out the points. Like I said, it's early. As long as we don't get these rainouts, I think I can get back up, at least up in the top three. I'll be happy with that.
So what exactly did you have to do differently to the car to get it to conform now and to get it to go through Tech?
Well, I didn't have the head done from the same guy, let's put it that way. I did it myself, so I know what's in the head. So if they pull my head again, I'm fine.
And as you go forward in 2010, I think the goal for you is always to race for checkered flags.
Yeah, I told my nephew, I said he's not going to win another race as long as I'm out there.
Talk about the competition in the division. There's some other guys that are pretty fast besides Steven.
Yeah.
Talk about some of those other cars.
Well, you got Randy Martin's car. You got the Chris Clark's car. That goes pretty good, too. I mean, you got to, as long as you stay out of the wrecks, I think they're going to be doing fine.
Well, we wish you good luck, and hopefully next time you get into the top three, no problems over in Tech area. And I know a lot of fans do enjoy seeing the 95 take the checkered flag, and we hope for you and those fans another one happens real soon.
I want to apologize to my fans, too. I'm sorry.
That's Rick Doner, everybody. Thanks a lot, Rick.
Not a problem.
All right, stay tuned. More Motorsports Magazine's coming right up. Welcome back to Motorsports Magazine, joined now by a driver from the Ernie's Discount Tools Modified Division. He's from Saint-Nazaire, Quebec. Here is Max Vienne, and Max, you are our Watson Glass Driver of the Week. Your third place finish last week was your best career finish. Here's Ricky Doner. There goes Ricky Doner. Come on back, Ricky, so we can at least see you. Wave to the camera, Ricky. Ricky Doner is our Watson Glass girl, and she presents the Watson Glass Driver of the Week award. This week it goes to Max. Okay, Ricky, nice job. Congratulations. Third place last week. It was your best finish in your career.
Yeah, it was awesome. We got a very great car, and it was rolling in the corners. It was pretty fast.
Look like, Max, maybe your tires were starting to go away down the stretch.
I get a little bit too much of stagger, so we down it for this week.
So that's in the setup. You put a little more into the right rear, and when that happens, the right rear starts to go away.
It was pretty loose at the end, but we're going to make it tonight.
Well, you had a very good third place run. Patrick Dupree and Martinois right now, those two cars, the 24 and the 90, seem to be really head and shoulders above everybody else. What do you think?
Oh, they are pretty fast. They got very great setups, and they are very great drivers too. We're gonna try to beat them, but this is gonna be hard.
I think this is the second time that we've had you on the show. And when we talked before, I'm not sure if your dad was racing yet last time when we did the interview last year. I think maybe he just got going again. And now, of course, he's back for the entire season, racing right alongside. Is that pretty neat? Is that a cool thing with Dad racing in the division?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We can work on the garage together, so it's pretty cool.
As we talk about over the PA system here at Airborne Speedway and as well on Motorsports Magazine, sometimes I refer to you and your father as the racing bakers. So if people who are watching maybe don't understand the reference, why don't you tell us about the Regal Bakery and all of that stuff?
My father is the owner of the Regal Bakery in Saint-Césaire, and we're making bread, donuts, English muffins, cake, all what you want.
Now, my brother has sampled your products. You bring them down. I'm very fussy. I'm not as into those the pastries and all of those things, although bread is. But anyways, my brother, he eats everything, as you can probably tell. And he says the Regal Bakery stuff, A+, number one.
Thank you very much.
When does your day start? Now, down here in the United States, of course, there's Dunkin' Donuts, and they used to have a commercial that said the baker had to get up at like 3 a.m. because he had to go in to make the donuts. He always say time to make the donuts. When does your day start?
At midnight.
So you're up. When do you sleep?
In the day.
All right, now wait a second. We race at night here at Airborne. Do you ever find yourself starting to get a little sleepy when you're behind the wheel?
I'm off on Thursday, so.
Okay.
My weekend is on Thursday, and I start on Sunday.
So you rest up Thursday, Friday, and then, so you're right now, you're well rested.
I'm okay right now.
Okay. Your tires are coming past. Come on over this way. I don't want you to get run over by one of your tires. Now, besides auto racing, which obviously is very time consuming, and your job at the bakery, which takes up a lot of time, as a young guy, and we were talking in his early 20s, what else do you enjoy when you're not at the bakery or not at the racetrack?
I got my girlfriends.
Girlfriend? One, right? One, okay.
Yeah, just one, for now. And that's all. Right now, I get my house. I take care of my house, my girlfriend. I get my little puppies. So.
How many dogs? One dog?
Yeah, one dog.
So let's see. Girlfriend, house, job at the bakery, race car driver, and dog. And that is your world.
Yeah, I love hockey, but I stopped playing last year. It was way too many times.
What position did you play in hockey?
Defense.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, well, defensemen, they don't get a lot of recognition. Only when they make a bad play do the defense get recognized.
Yeah, that's it.
And I'm going to guess you're a Habs fan.
Yeah.
Well, I will hold that against you, and because I like the Bruins. So I might hold that against you, Max, that you're a fan of Montreal. Do you get to many games?
Not this year. Last year, I guess, 2. It was pretty cool.
You know, I asked Martin Roy all about this last year as well. He told me he'd get me some tickets for a Canadiens game. No tickets! He didn't get me any tickets.
It's pretty hard, huh?
It is. It's not easy. But you know, they've got connections over that team.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, anyways, the season is going pretty good. You must be pleased.
Yeah, I got 2 wrecks, but for the rest, it's pretty cool. I got 7 and a third. I can ask for more.
You know what we're worried about tonight? The rain.
Yeah, rain.
So you're thinking like
and a blank drip.
And as we've been talking, I'm looking over the horizon. It's getting a little darker gray over there.
But they say we are going to be fine. So.
Well, let's hope so, and we'll hope that you keep having good success in the number 25 modified.
Thank you very much.
That's Max MVN, everybody. Stay tuned. More Motorsports Magazine's coming right up. And shotgun on the field, Richie Turner in the number 59. That's the field. 9 strong. Green flag. Mike Shagnon from the outside. Oh, Jamie Atkins drifts up the track, gets a piece of the 18 of Sean Duquette. Shagnon's going to take the lead from the top of the racetrack. Atkins drifting up into the 18. That straightened him out. They get together again in front of the field. Look out in turn number 4. Everybody missed him. Yellow flag comes out. One car scratch in the second qualifier. Ben Huff from Champlain out for the first time with his number 29. did not make the call for qualifier number 2. Green flag back out. Mike Shagnon in the lead with the 86. 69 Bill Thwaites, the contact with the 77 of Rick Frenier. Bill Sawyer moving up on the inside. Robin Wood in the 61 had to get on the binders behind the 77 of Frenier. Jamie Begor trying to fill the hole down on the inside. He has raced to 4th and now is looking to grab 3rd away from Billy Thwaites. Out front, it's Mike Shagnon who's working the rim in the 86. Then it's the 39 of Sawyer. They run side by side for the 3rd spot with Begor on the inside and Thwaites on the outside. See, Shagnon continues to work the rim. Got a little squirrely off turn number 4, hanging on to it. Bill Sawyer's going to take the lead, and now Jamie Begor is going to challenge for that 2nd spot. Shagnon in the 86 was working the extreme outside line, working right up against the wall into turn number 4, then had to back out of it a little bit, and that allowed Sawyer to pull away. It allowed Begor to close on the inside and challenge for 2nd. Down the front stretch again, Shagnon was sideways off the 4th turn. Jamie Begor has taken the 2nd position away. Mike Shagnon runs 3rd now. Rick Frenier is 4th in the 77. Running 5th is Billy Thwaites in the 69. Here comes the 59 of Richie Turner. Mired right now in the back is Robin Wood in the 61. He's just had nowhere to run. He has not been able to find any running room with the Ganieka Bingo 61 car. Out front, the 39 of Bill Sawyer. His lead, 3 car lengths over the 19 of Jamie Begor. That's a pretty good gap back to the 86 of Mike Shagnon. Rick Frenier in the 77 running in the 4th spot. Now Robin Wood finds some room. He's got room on the outside of Billy Thwaites. And he is going to have the 5th spot at the stripe. Mike Shagnon continue to work on the extreme outside line. Robin Wood trying to get down to the inside. Couldn't do it with Rick Frenier's 77 there. And now here comes Robin in the 61 trying to challenge for 4th. Again, Shagnon bad sideways off the 4th turn. Look out! There goes the 61 into the infield. The 18 of Sean Duquette also spinning. As the 86 of Mike Shagnon, who has been working a very high line off the 4th turn, was sideways off of turn number 4. Trying to restart on the outside of row number 2 in the 4th spot. All right, let's see if Jamie Begor's got something for him on the outside. Green flag. Bill Sawyer in the 39, Jamie Begor in the 19. Begor has the lead off the top of turn number 2. Down the backstretch by about 5 feet, it's the 19 on the outside. Bill Sawyer fighting back on the inside, drawing almost even into turn number 4. They'll drag race down the front stretch to the stripe. It is even. The 39 of Sawyer, the 19 of Begor. Begor continues to work on the top. Sawyer with a good run down on the inside off of turn number 2. He'll put his nose back out in front. Here comes Begor drawing even into turn number 3. Seesaw battle for the lead. Begor a little sideways off 4. Again, drag race. And it's Bill Sawyer this time at the stripe by 2 feet. Sawyer down on the inside. Now a good run for Begor into 1 and 2. Gets a better bite off the 2nd turn. He's back in front. Back and forth battle for the lead. The white flag is out. 1 lap to go. This time by. Here they come off of turn number 4. This time Begor has the lead. Good racing for 3rd as well. Rick Frenier in the 77. Bill Thwaites in the 69. They're going to go 3 wide. Maybe. No, Robin Wood couldn't quite get there. All right, the leaders, final time, 3 and 4. Bill Sawyer on the inside. It's going to be a drag race for the win. Here they come off turn number 4. It's going to be Jamie Begor winning it. Bill Sawyer is 2nd. Bill Thwaites 3rd. 4th, it looked like Rick Frenier just barely holding on. Ryan Trim with the 28. They'll set the pace. Almost rubbing wheels into 3 and 4. Here they come off of turn number 4. Oh, look out, they do touch. Trim gets into the wall. Ormsby appears to be down on the right rear. He's got a flat tire, and it's going to be another yellow. There's a spring that ends up just past the start-finish line. Looked like they touched originally over in turn number 3. Father-son combination in this qualifier. We have 2 racing father and son combinations here at Airborne in the modified division. All right, ready to run. Green flag. Craig Riel down on the inside has the lead into 1 and 2. Mike Riel trying to follow down to the inside as well. Chad Blair had to get on the binders coming off of turn number 2. Look at Mike Riel run. Shot out of a rocket down to the inside of Blair to try to take that 2nd spot away. Out front, it's Craig Riel in a CO2. His dad runs right behind him, kicking up some mud down the inside, running it off the track low line, and the 0-2 is Mike Riel. Chad Blair is hanging on to the 3rd spot. Don Scarborough is one of the early season good stories here at Airborne. He's been running extremely well. With Rouse Tire Sales number 11, he's 3rd in the point standings. He's trying to take that third spot away from Chad Blair as they race down the backstretch. Now Mike Riel sizing up his son for the lead. Craig Riel hanging on, working a middle line off the fourth turn. Mike Riel cannot put a play on for the lead just yet. The Soleil Lumber sponsored number 02 of Mike Riel trying to take the lead away from his son, Craig Riel, in the CO2. It's Don Scarborough, the Brandon Bandit, running third. Jason Durgan with the Key RD Trailer Sales, number 17, trying to pick up a spot from the 6 of Chad Blair. Again, Mike Riel looks down to the inside into turn number 2. Opening not there. Craig Riel hanging on to the lead. Craig Riel leads. Mike Riel runs second. Don Scarborough is closing in on the top 2 machines as they are at the halfway point in the first qualifier for the Ernie's Discount Tools Modifieds. Riel, Scarborough. Top 3 machines have pulled away from 4th place runner Chad Blair. Blair feeling some heat from Jason Durgan, although now it's about 2 car lengths back to Durgan with the number 17 machine. Then it's Mike Wills in the 76 and Andy Powell in number 3, making the haul again all the way from Hannibal, New York. Craig Riel in the CO2 showing the way, a 1 car length advantage over his father. Mike Riel again, diving down to the inside in 1 and 2. Into it down the backstretch, drawing even into the third turn. They run wheel to wheel into turn number 4. Mike Riel down on the inside, Craig Riel on the outside. Mike Riel's going to take the lead. Mike Riel had the lead at the stripe. That's where he's been especially strong on the inside, working 1 and 2. Picked up a lot of ground, and Don Scarborough doesn't waste any time going to the second spot. Brandon Bandit trying to shoot to second down the inside. He will. White flags out. Mike Riel shows the way. Don Scarborough running in the second position now. Craig Riel back to third. Here comes Durgan down to the inside of Chad Blair. They're going to duke it out for that 4th spot. Checkered flag is out. Here comes the Plattsburgh Radiator Soleil Lumber sponsored 02 for Mike Riel. Don Scarborough finishes second. Third goes to Craig Riel. Looked like Chad Blair held on to the 4th spot. Jason Durgan 5th.
Field picks it up as they come off turn 4. We are under green. Nice even start. Collins on the inside, LaFord on the outside. They run side by side up the backstretch. Richner looking for a way through in the 21. He's moving to that 3rd spot, and Myers on the outside up to 4th. Here comes Desatel right back on the inside. He's going to go 5th, 4th, now 3rd as they come off turn number 4. Chad Collins is your leader. Daniel LaFord running in the 2nd spot. Desatel on the inside 3rd. Richner on the outside right alongside for the 4th spot. Now he moves up to 3rd. Now he'll take 2nd as he moves up on the outside of the 55 car. 3 wide as they come off turn 4. Myers on the far outside. Desatel in the middle and Joyle on the inside. All 3 trying to run down the top 2 cars. Chad Collins is your leader. But here comes Richner on the inside of the 21. Tries to look for room in turn 3. The door is open, and here comes Richner. Scott Richner is your new leader as they come off turn 4. Collins is back to 2nd. Joyle holds down the 3rd spot in the 57. Look out, a little contact, and the 21 car gets sideways. But a nice job by Scott Richner to hang on to it. He'll lose a couple of spots, but he keeps that car going straight. He's probably not too happy with that 22 car. Keep an eye on them as they come down the front stretch. 2 to go this time by, and Bill Joyle starts to pull away from the 2nd place battle. Collins in the 22, Richner in the 21, perhaps thinking of payback as they head into turn 3. He's running right alongside that 22 car. Now he'll look to the inside, and he's just going to pass them as they come down the front stretch. Richner on the inside takes that 2nd spot. Collins tries to come back on the outside, but it's not going to happen. Strictly a battle for the number 2 spot as Bill Joyle has opened up 10 car lengths on the 21. Field comes off turn 4. Bill Joyle will be your winner. 2nd spot goes to Richner. Chad Collins finishes 3rd. The Superstar is 4th. And the 72 of Curtis LaGrave rounds out the top 5.
Shotgun starting 7th on the grid is the 2-time defending track champ from Katyville. That's Lonnie Rivers in the number 7. 7 cars ready to run. Qualifier number 2 is under green. That outside line did not really fire well with Dragoon, the 36. That backs up the outside line. The inside line with Leary was able to get a pretty good start, but Leary's all kinds of sideways over in turn number 2, trying to wrestle it. That makes way for the 21 of Dave Raptoy. He's going to go to the lead. Chad Provost with the number 6, trying to take the second spot away as Leary takes it right up close to the wall off the 4th turn. Lonnie Rivers also with a good start as he goes from 7th to 3rd in a lap. Don Franklin, the 69, he had to get on the binders and gather that car underneath. Might have been some contact with Kevin Booten. Booten had no place to go. That outside line got boxed up, and that's where Kevin was at the start of the qualifier. Dave Raptoy showing the way, the 21. His brother Lance won the first qualifier. Now Dave trying to take care of business in qualifier number 2. Dave Raptoy would be the poster man for the No Luck Award in 2010. Remember a couple of weeks back, a tire came off of Robbie Favreau's car. Dave was lucky enough to run over it. Did all kinds of damage to this number 21 car. We got a pass for second. Lonnie Rivers in the number 7 has moved to the second spot, and he's closing. Chad Provost is the teammate to Lonnie Rivers, is running in the 3rd position. Running in the 4th spot is still Don Franklin with the Amerigas Subway sponsor number 69. And then it is Kevin Booten in the number 25. Right now running in 5th. As that battle for the 4th position starts to heat up. Lonnie Rivers, if he's got to move in him, better make it pretty soon because the laps are starting to wind down. Dave Raptoy in the number 21 hanging on to the lead. The lead that was 5 car lengths has dwindled now to about 5 feet. That's where Lonnie Rivers is running off the back bumper of the number 21. Here they come off the 4th turn, 2 laps to go for the Island Excavating number 21. Lake Champlain Roofing number 7 for Lonnie Rivers continues to run in that 2nd spot. He's looked to the outside, looked to the inside. Dave Raptoy's run a consistent line. Lonnie has not had an opportunity to really challenge for the win. White flag is out. He's going to go to the outside now. Lonnie Rivers going to try the outside. Dave Raptoy drifts up the track a little bit. That made Rivers get on the binders, and that broke his momentum. Down the backstretch, Lonnie Rivers in line with the 21. Here they come off of turn number 4. Raptoy drifts up the track. Rivers to the inside. Drag race for the win. It's still Raptoy hanging on. Rivers is 2nd. 3rd goes to the 6 of Provost. 4th will be the 25 of Booten. 5th to Don Franklin. 6th to the 26 of Pat Leary.
3rd qualifier comes off turn 4. They get the green flag. On the outside, Riel. Drake right there on the inside as they race up the backstretch. They are 3 wide. Here comes Collins on the inside of the 0-2. Clark's on the move. Archer's on the move. And here comes Gilligan on the inside. You can throw a blanket around the top 7 or 8 cars. Howard Drake on the outside, battling side by side with Kurt Seymour and Jimmy Collins in the 0-2. And it'll be Collins and Seymour to take 1st and 2nd as they race into turn 3. Drake coming right back on the inside. And here's Clark with a 4-wide move. Clark tries to split the middle. And Chris Clark will take the 2nd spot at the 77. Seymour now looks to the inside of Clark as he'll want to take that 2nd spot back. They scramble to get around Howard. The 33 of Jenkins into the 4th spot. Gilligan's on the move on the outside. He takes 5th. The Minis are halfway in their final qualifier. Up front, it's still Collins. Clark now looking to the outside as they race up the backstretch. Half a car length advantage for Collins. Clark right there, but Collins shuts the door. Seymour with a good view. He runs in the 3rd spot as there are 2 to go. Clark takes the inside line, and he is going to have a nose in front as they head up the backstretch. Collins coming right back on the outside. The 0-2 on the outside. The 77 on the inside. Side by side as they come off turn 4. 1 to go. They continue to race together as they come off turn 2. Up the backstretch the final time. Gilligan has closed in on these 3 cars that have led throughout this race, but he's going to have to settle for that number 4 spot. They come off turn 4 the final time. Clark on the inside, Collins on the outside. Down the stretch they come. Clark to win it all. Collins is second. Seymour gets the 3rd spot. Gilligan is 4th. And 5th spot goes to the 33 of Billy Jenkins.
Bucko Branham trying to chase down Jamie Begor. Cars 19 and 20 running 1-2 out front. Branham is pulling away from Tyler Terry in the 44, and he is quickly eating into the lead that Begor had built up. The lead was 3 car lengths. Branham perhaps a little too hot that time into the 4th turn, had to check up, and that may have cost him a car length coming off the 4th turn. Jamie Begor in the 19, his lead down to a car length and a half. And a good gap back to the 44 of Tyler Terry. The leaders approaching, just past rather, the halfway point as we head to 25 laps tonight for the J&S Steel Sportsman cars. 1 car length was the advantage at the stripe. Jamie Begor and Bucko Branham, 2 veterans in this sportsman division, will settle this one out. Branham trying to draw onto the back bumper of the 19 of Begor. 10 laps to go. Jamie Begor looking for his first win in 2010. He's the 2nd place point man, 24 points behind Robin Wood, who right now runs in the 5th spot. Branham is 3rd in points, the 2-time defending track champ. 151 points for Branham, who does close in on the back bumper of Begor over in turn number 3. Now drifting up the track off 4. Bucko Branham trying to get to the inside as they race down into 1. They're almost side by side into turns 1 and 2. Begor getting a good run off the top of the 2nd turn. He'll put the nose back out in front down the backstretch into 3. Now Branham trying to move back to a dead even position into the 4th turn. They'll drag race down the front stretch for the lead. Here come the leaders down to the stripe. It looked like Branham perhaps by inches down on the inside had the advantage. Now Begor fights back on the outside. He'll take the lead again off turn number 2. Branham comes back after him down on the inside. They're even into the 3rd turn. Still even into 4. Branham surges ahead off of turn number 4. Down the front stretch to the stripe. Branham with the lead by 3 feet. Jamie Begor trying to fight back on the outside. Slower car in front. Look out, we got cars spinning. The 39 of Sawyer is sideways. That's going to bring out a yellow flag. Bill Sawyer in the 39 was running right in front of Robin Wood in the number 61. I was following the leaders and looked over at turn number 2, saw the smoke coming from the 39 as he was sideways. The 61 of Robin Wood getting admonished by Chief Starter Weasel Bruno, so that leads me to believe there may have been some contact between those 2 race cars as they were running in turns 1 and 2. Jamie Begor, though, would like to deny that. The number 19 car looking for his first win in 2010. Ready to go again. 7 laps remain. 18 down. Here they come. Green flag. Good restart between the veterans in row number 1. Branham on the inside. Let's see if Jamie can get that run off the top of 2. Very good run for Bucko off the 2nd turn down on the inside. Begor could not draw even down the backstretch. Here's where Bucko's been picking up real estate, and he will again. His lead is a car length at the stripe. Bucko Branham in the number 20. Leading off of turn number 2. The advantage growing. Now a car length and a half over Jamie Begor. And it's 2 car lengths back to Tyler Terry in the 44. Sean Duquette's put on a good rush with the number 18. He's up into the top 4 now. Billy Thwaites is running in 5th. Jimmy Bushy runs in the 6th spot. 7th is Nick Haywood. 8th is Rick Frenier. There goes Travis Bruno sideways over in turn number 2. And boy, Ben Huff just barely missed him. Travis Bruno looping it over in the 2nd turn, and that brings out a yellow. The 2nd turn, Duquette trying to get to 2nd to the inside. Begor sideways off of 2. Duquette was sideways. He hung on to it. Now Begor in that 2nd position, solid for now. Duquette not going away. Here he comes back to the inside. Bucko Branham is checking out. Yellow flag is out. Richie Turner is 11th. Robin Wood is 12th. Howard Stoner 13th. 14th, Nick Lagoy. 15th, Travis Bruno. Here they come. Off of turn number 4. Green flag. Off of turn number 2, Jamie Begor getting a good run again, closing, even into 3. Begor gets the nose out in front into turn number 4. Here's where Branham picks up the ground, and he'll have the lead again at the stripe. Jamie Begor is going to have to fight for that second spot, I got a feeling, because the 18 of Duquette going to try to latch on to the back bumper of the 20 of Bucko Branham down the stretch. Let's see if he can hang on to it. Branham right now in the 20, leading down on the inside. Popsicle sticks are out. 2 laps to go for the leader, Bucko Branham. Jamie Begor in second. Sean Duquette there in third. Fourth is Jimmy Bushy. Then some separation back to the cars that race for the 5th spot. Tyler Terry and Rick Frenier. Mike Shagnon drifted off the track. He's losing spots. The battle right now is for second. Bucko Branham sees him in the rearview mirror, fighting it out for the second spot. White flag is out for Branham. 1 more to go. Duquette trying to take second away from Jamie Begor. Begor gets a good run off of 2 down the backstretch. Bucko Branham has 2 more turns to negotiate. He's going to go back to back. Begor, can he hang on to second? Sideways off 4. Checkered flag for Branham. Down to the stripe. It's Duquette second. Begor third. Bushy fourth. 5th to Tyler Terry. 6th to Rick Frenier. 7th to Nick Haywood. 8th to Billy Twaits. But out front, no doubt about it, Bucko Branham goes back to back with the number 20, the 2-time defending track champion. Won last time out on May 28th, and he wins again. Branham getting his second victory of the 2010 racing season.
All right, let's throw it trackside. Rob Knoll standing by, waiting for Bucko Branham to hop out of the 20. Rob, take it away.
All right, Rick, we'll get a word with Bucko Branham in just a second as soon as he hops out of his car. Second win, back-to-back for the 2-time defending track champion. All right, Branham's climbing out of his car. Give a nice round of applause, everybody. Bucko Branham gets his second win of 2010. Right over here, Bucko. Is there a story with the shoes or something? People are telling me to ask you about shoes, socks. What's going? Is there a story there?
I've got a pair of old racing shoes I've had for about 13 years, and after the first couple of weeks of bad luck there, Sean, my crew chief there, says, why don't you try your old shoes? And we tried them last week, and we won with them, but I put my new ones back on, and so it's not the shoes.
Oh, that's the old Michael Jordan line, right? He used to say it's in the shoes. Well, the car appeared to be really strong off of turn number 4 down the inside. That's where Jamie was drifting up the track when you made the pass for the lead.
Yeah, it's the same tires we had on the last time. We weren't going to touch the car. It's hard for me to do. It's to leave the car alone, but I hate to get rid of these set of tires because, this thing's hooking up like crazy. But right started going away in the last 2 laps, so I know I got to change some tires now.
Now, wait a second. You're trying to tell me over the last 2 weeks you didn't touch your race car?
Not once.
Did that mean you spent a lot more time with a family, or were you working on about 15 other cars?
I got 2 other cars I'm working on right now.
All right, so there was at least 1 race car in the shop that you were working on.
Yeah, true.
All right, well, congratulations. Another solid victory for you. Nice job.
Yeah, thank you. I'd like to thank Casella, Liquor and Wine Warehouse, Burger King, Daniel Signs, Bud Light especially, and everybody else, Barks Convenience, Fastenal, and Marshall Homes.
All right, that's Bucko Branham, everybody. Give him a nice 5. Bryant Trim in the number 28. The 0 for Craig Ormsby, and the 623 for Jason Bruno. 25 cars, 30 laps. Here they come. Off turn number 4. Green flag. Vince Quinville leads the field off the second turn. They come up to speed down the backstretch. Martinois already going 3 wide around Jason Durgan. Look at the 90 taking it right up against the wall off turn number 4. Squeezing through on the outside. Vince Quinville shows the way. Second is Craig Riel. Third is Todd Ormsby. Running in the 4th spot is Richard Tesseur. Then it's Michel Vian. Still 3 wide on the outside of Martinois. Here comes Dupree on the inside. Keep an eye on the 24 and the 90. They run wheel to wheel, trying to muscle their way through the pack towards the front. Out front, it's Quinville in the 78. Then it's the CO2 of Craig Riel. They play bumper tag in mid-pack. Quinville leads, Craig Riel runs second, Richard Tesseur runs third. The 24 and the 90 continue to run wheel to wheel around the racetrack. Martinois backed out of that one. A potential 3 wide move in the middle of the racetrack. Right now, Dupree is boxed down on the inside. Jason Durgan, though, takes to the outside. That's going to open up some running room for Dupree to the inside. Again, Martinois, he gets boxed around, this time by Scarborough in the 11 and the 25 of Max Vienne. Vince Quenneville is leading. His lead is 4 car lengths over Craig Riel. Third is Richard Tesser. No, Tesser goes to the second spot. Change for second, Richard Tesser, and the attaché Chateauguay, number 49, moves to the second position. Third is Craig Riel. Fourth is Todd Orsby. Fifth is Andy Haywood. Sixth is Michel Vienne. Running in the 7th spot is Chad Blair. 8th is Mike Riel. 9th is Patrick Dupree. 10th is Chris Kaye. 11th is Jason Durgan. 12th is Don Scarborough. 13th is Martin Roy. In the Gamache Truck Center, number 90. Vince Quenneville showing the way, but his lead is going away. Richard Tesser is closing in. Tesser has cut the lead down to about a car length. Patrick Dupree trying to move to the inside of the 6 of Chad Blair. He has done it. Dupree is on the move. He is into the 8th position now with the number 24. Mike Riel in the 0-2 trying to move to the inside of Michel Vienne. He will. He's going to the 6th spot. Vienne back to 7th. And before long it'll be 8th because Patrick Dupree is now on his back bumper. Speaking of back bumper, Richard Tesser is on the back bumper of the 78 of Vince Quenneville. Tesser almost taking himself out, has to get on the binders. That allows Craig Riel to close right back in, and Andy Haywood. And it allows Quenneville to increase the lead. It was 5 feet. It's now 5 car lengths. Vince Quenneville started on point. He has led every lap as we approach the midway point. Quenneville is the leader. Tesser runs second. Third is Craig Riel. Fourth is Andy Haywood. Fifth is Todd Orsby. 6th is Mike Riel. 7th is Patrick Dupree. Running 8th is Jason Durgan. 9th is Don Scarborough. 10th is Michel Vienne. 11th is Martin Roy, who is now down to the inside, and he'll take the 10th spot. Michel Vienne goes back to 11th. 12th is Chad Blair. 13th is Mike Wells. Running 14th is Chris Kaye. 15th, Matt Woodruff. 16th is Pat McGrail. 17th is Max Vienne. Next time around, Chief Starter Weasel Bruno will show them that they are halfway. Richard Tesser was 5 car lengths back after misdriving the car into turn number 4. He has closed back inside a car length. Field is just past the halfway point. You can see Tesser started to lean on that right rear tire. Tesser trying to put pressure on Vince Quenneville. Quenneville was a late arrival to the speedway. He has led every lap in the feature. Craig Riel again closing back in. Martin Roy in trouble with the 90. Something is broken on the 90 car. Matt Woodruff makes contact with Chris Kaye. He goes up in the air after the yellow flag had been displayed. There must have been contact. Martin Roy was running right near the 11 of Don Scarborough.
He drove straight into the 11 of Don Scarborough, busted the front end.
Can he go 4 for 5? He's got 14 laps to work with. I wouldn't count him out, that's for sure. 16 laps down. Here comes the field off 4. Look out. Green flag is out. Craig Riel was in trouble. That car's down in the infield. And the yellow flag is back out. If he's going to tip his hand to the outside, if I'm Andy Haywood, I'm chugging along down to the inside. Here comes Tesser again. Where's he going? This is not going to stand. Yellow flag's going to come back out. Hopefully everybody gets on the binders in time. Brake check over in turn number 2. Weasel's not happy. For one of the first times this year, he's 16 complete, 14 to go. On our way to 30. Quenneville, Tesser, Haywood, Dupree. This is better. Green flag. Patrick Dupree to the inside of Andy Haywood, trying to take the third position. Wheel to wheel into turn number 3. Here they come off the fourth turn. Patrick Dupree is in third. Richard Tesseur going for the lead now, off 2. Great run off the top of turn number 2. Richard Tesseur to the lead. Richard Tesseur takes the lead away from Vince Quenneville. He's driving now like there's a 24 chasing him down. And guess what? There is. The 78 of Quenneville is running second for now. Tesseur pulling away from Quenneville. Richard Tesseur trying to check out, trying to put as much real estate between himself and the Saranac Country Store number 24. Here comes Tesseur off of turn number 4. 20 laps down. Patrick Dupree has moved past Quenneville into the second spot. Tesseur has a lead of about a half backstretch. Patrick Dupree trying to eat into that lead that Tesseur appears to be building up. Chris Kaye's off the pace. This is not what Tesseur wants to see. He'd love to see that 18 get down to the infield. Ah, there goes the lead. The advantage that Richard Tesseur has built up. See you later. 8 laps, and we'll know. All right, here comes the field. Green flag. Tesseur with a good restart. Opens up to 5 over Patrick Dupree. Field racing down the backstretch off of 3 and 4. Tesseur continues to show the way. I think there was some miscommunication. At a point there, the 2 lap to go sign was put out, but remember, these cars run 30 laps. 30 laps the distance, not 25, and Richard Tesseur maintaining that advantage. Tesseur is not going away. This time by 5 laps to go. 5 laps for Richard Tesseur in the number 49, who is pulling away from Patrick Dupree in the number 24. Andy Haywood continues to run third. Vince Quenneville running in the 4th spot. Mike Riel is 5th. Todd Ormsby is 6th. 7th is Chad Blair. 8th is Mike Wells. 9th is Leon Gagnon. 10th is Jason Durgan. Running 11th is Pat McGrail. 12th is Brian Trim. 13th is Max Vienne. 14th is Michel Vienne. 15th is Andy Powell. 16th is Greg Atkins. 17th is Jim McComb. And 18th is Jason Bruno. Now inside 2 laps remaining. Patrick Dupree trying to work that car for all it's worth. The lead is closing. Here comes Tesseur. White flag. And Patrick Dupree chased down the Chateauguay Quebec driver. Tesseur down the backstretch. Lead of 5 car lengths. Final time into 3 and 4. Dupree closes within 2, but it's not going to be enough. Richard Tesseur wins it. Patrick Dupree second. Andy Haywood third. Racing 4th, Vince Quenneville. 5th, Mike Riel. 6th, Todd Ormsby. 7th, Chad Blair. 8th, Leon Gagnon. 9th, Mike Wells. 10th, Brian Trim. 11th, Pat McGrail. 12th, Jason Durgan. 13th, Max Vienne. 14th, Michel Vienne. And 15th to the number 3 of Andy Powell. Okay, Rick, we'll get a word with the Chateauguay Quebec driver. Richard Tesseur gets his first win of 2010. He'll be hopping out of his machine in just a second. As he unbuckles, gets his helmet off. Richard is still unbuckling. He's about to climb out from his car. Gets a drink of cold water. Now he's climbing out. Give him a nice round of applause, everybody. Richard Tesseur from Chateauguay, Quebec. First win of 2010 for Richard. We'll bring him around. Félicitations, Richard Tesseur. Congratulations. This car, the last 2 or 3 weeks, you've been running 10th, 15th. What was different this week?
Oh, because we fit a new rear suspension, new setup, you know, and it's a new suspension. It's with a new problem too. And before you saw the heat, the car is very bad. It's very loose, and worked very hard on the car and before the feature, you know, and we worked. Good job, you know. I have a very good team, you know.
So you made a lot of changes to the car after your qualifier.
Yeah, already, really. We changed 50% of the rear end.
And of course, you had right behind you Patrick Dupree with the number 24. You must have known that he was there, and you really had to go.
I know. I checked on the sign, and I saw Patrick and the 24, and don't touch the brake, put the fuel, you know.
I'm sure you were not happy when you saw some of those yellow flags. At one point, you had about a 15 car length advantage. When the yellow flag came out, the 24 was on your back bumper.
No, that's okay. That's a race. That's a fun, eh?
Oh, that's a good attitude, Richard. That is fun. It's fun for all of us to watch, and you get the win. Congratulations.
For me, it's fun for me and the people too, you know.
Very true. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you very much for everybody.
All right, Richard Tesseur gets the win.
Here comes the Coro 6 back to rejoin the field. Bombers come off turn 4. They are back to the green. LaGrave on the inside. Duravage is right alongside as they head up the backstretch. Josh sticks his nose in front. Curtis coming right back on the inside. Whalen in the 11. Collins in the 22, right on the back bumpers of the cars in front of them. At the line, it's Duravage by a half a car length. He's stuck on the outside as LaGrave has that inside line. Duravage now opens up a car length advantage. He's got room to get to the bottom of the racetrack if he wants to. He's still hanging on the outside. The door open just a bit on the inside for LaGrave if he can work his way through. Duravage now has a car length and a half as they go into turn number 2. LaGrave is second. Whalen now takes the third spot. Fourth belongs to the 22 of Collins, right alongside the 21 of Richner. The Superstar is now into the number 6 spot. Josh Laporte is 7th. Bill Desautels 8th. Daniel Laforte is 9th. Those top 9 cars have separated themselves from the rest of the field. Josh Duravage is starting to separate himself from Curtis LaGrave. Three car lengths now for Duravage as they race up the backstretch. And they will be halfway next time by. Whalen in the 11 has a car length and a half on Richner for that third spot. And then Myers is now 5th in the 75. They're halfway. And now it's become a 5-car separation up front as the top 5 have pulled away from the 6th place car of Bill Desautels. Desautels is battling with Josh Laporte and Daniel Laforte for that number 6 spot. Meanwhile, the advantage has stayed about 3 or 4 car lengths for Josh Duravage in the 88. Now LaGrave has got to hold off the challenge of Mike Whalen in the 11. Whalen was right on the back bumper of the 72 car, but LaGrave pulls away just a bit as they come off turn 4. Appears as though LaGrave's car's handling a little bit better in the corners. He has to hold off the 11 of Whalen. Now the leaders are going to start to work their way through lap traffic. This could get interesting. Duravage swings to the outside to get by the Whitney 24 and the Bordeaux 23. He does so with ease. LaGrave will get by as well, and here comes Waylon Richner and the Superstar. Top 5 cars work their way through the slower traffic. And they've got another pack of cars they'll have to get to before this one's over with. 4 laps remain for Josh Duravage, looking for his first victory of the 2010 campaign. 5 car lengths back to Curtis LaGrave in the 72, and he's put 3 car lengths on Waylon's 11. Look out, 51 drifting high in turn 2. He was able to get it back together and not run into the 88. Anxious moment there for Josh Duravage. Couple of more slower cars he's going to have to get by with 2 to go. 2 laps to go for Josh Duravage. He'll have to get by the Coro 6 and the McLennan 60. Up the backstretch. That lead remains 3 or 4 car lengths. Now here's Richner to make a move on the inside of Waylon. But Richner may get snookered on the slower cars. Waylon in the middle. Crowley goes to the far outside. White flag is out. Duravage is the leader. LaGrave is second. McLennan spins the 60, but he's out of harm's way. Yellow and checkers, he's not out of harm's way. He got tagged.
Plowed him!
Here come the leaders off turn number 4. The winner is going to be the 88 of Duravage. LaGrave gets second, Waylon third. The 21 of Richner fourth, and the Superstar finishes 5th. Rob, I was watching the leaders, did not see what happened, but you got a good look at it.
Oh, Rick, just head on. Plowed him in turn number 1. Okay, Rick, thanks. Here is Josh Duravage. Back to victory lane. Welcome back here, big fella. Back in victory lane with your number 88. Congratulations. Talk about the early stages of the race when you were able to work to the front. That seemed to be obviously the key, because once you got out front, you maintained a pretty, 3 to 5 car length advantage over LaGrave in the 72.
Yeah, we got all boxed up, then I seen a hole, and I just went for it, and it finally came through.
Well, you were able to work out front, and then once you got there, pretty much just staying focused on your marks and trying to deal with the lap traffic.
Yeah, just hitting my marks every time, and I just stuck like glue.
Well, congratulations on this win. Certainly we'll have to pick up your spirits in the team. Always good to get one fairly early in the season.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Garcel's Auto Sales, Body Art Tattoo, Westside Auto, Excel Transmissions, and Ed's Powder Coating.
All right, nice job, Josh Duravage. He gets his first win of 2010. Ready to go again. 7 laps complete. We're going to 25. Renegades off turn number 4. Green flag. Keith O'Neill from the outside of row number 2, taking the lead down the backstretch. O'Neill has the lead into 3 and 4. Drifted a little bit high into 4. Now here comes Robert Gordon back after him on the inside. Gordon has the lead by 4 feet at the stripe. O'Neill really on the gas in a 1 and 2. Again to the top of the racetrack. Down the backstretch, even into turn number 3. Gordon to the inside. O'Neill on the outside. Again, he'll drift up high. Get into some of that speedy drive that takes down some of his momentum. And Robert Gordon is able to take the lead away off 4. Keith O'Neill gets a good run in 1 and 2. Couldn't get it off of 3 and 4, though. Look at Lonnie Rivers. Lonnie Rivers already with 2 wins. In contention for a 3rd. Rivers to the outside of O'Neill. He gets high. He had to get on the binders, and O'Neill again comes back after him. With a kitty litter that's down at 3 and 4. The outside line, which is often the preferred line, not the place to be right now. Here comes Rivers down to the inside. Look to the outside in turn number 2. Dove down to the inside into turn number 3. Taking the 2nd position away from Keith O'Neill on the outside. O'Neill is not going to hang on to 2nd. He might have to struggle to hang on to 3rd. Robert Gordon leads the way. The H2O is chugging out front. Lonnie Rivers running in the 2nd position. Keith O'Neill racing 3rd. Kevin Booton is 4th. Lance Raptoy back up to the 5th spot with the number 11. Halfway for the Versatile Trailer Sales Renegade Division. Rivers says, now's the time to go. Let's see if he can get through the top of 4. That's where it's been costing drivers when they've been working on the outside. It's been taking some time away. Oh, not Rivers. No problem. He's got the lead. Lonnie Rivers is the leader. Trying to finish the pass along the back stretch, the 2-time defending track champion has the lead by a car length now. And he's going to try to pull away. A little sideways, though, that time off turn number 4. Robert Gordon trying to hang with him. Oh, Lance Raptoy, Kevin Booten, they got together over at turn number 1. Yellow flag. Yellow on this restart. Keith O'Neill inside of row number 2, running 3rd. Lance Raptoy 4th with the 11. Here they come. Green flag. Even into 1. Rivers gets the nose out in front into 2. Off the backstretch. Can Gordon take advantage of that banking? Closing into turn number 3. Here's where Lonnie's been pulling away, though, off the 4th turn. Robert Gordon hanging with him on the outside. It's still Lonnie Rivers at the stripe. Cody Benoit down to the infield. Kenny St. Germain down to the infield. And St. Germain trying to get that thing refired. Not going to happen. Yellow flag is out. Rivers, Gordon, back racing. Lonnie Rivers with a half car length advantage down the backstretch. Robert Gordon closing in. They run side by side, positions 1 through 4. Cody Benoit, Don Franklin running side by side for the pit spot as well. The 21 of Dave Raptoy falling back to 7th. Lonnie Rivers' lead is 2. Side by side for 3rd. The 0 of O'Neill, fishtailing into turn number 4. The 11 of Lance Raptoy around on the outside, he's got 3rd. Lonnie Rivers, check it out. Robert Gordon running in that 2nd position. Keith O'Neill again fighting it, wrestling that race car over into turn number 4, trying to hang on to it. The lead for Lonnie Rivers is 5 car lengths. Lance Raptoy trying to put on a chase, trying to run down the H2O of Robert Gordon. As they run right now, Rivers could be the point leader by 2 points over Lance Raptoy if they finish 1st and 3rd. If Raptoy can get by Robert Gordon, he would hang on to the point lead, but his lead would be down to 2 over Lonnie Rivers. The lead was 6 coming into this race. Inside 5 laps remaining for Lonnie Rivers, and he is feeling no pressure. No lap traffic that he's going to have to deal with. A 5 car length advantage on the H2O. Robert Gordon, he's not feeling much heat either right now. Lance Raptoy is sliding back. He can't get out of the grips of Keith O'Neill, who's trying to chase him down for that 3rd spot. O'Neill is 4th. 5th is Cody Benoit with the number 1, and it's a big gap back to Dave Raptoy in the 21. The 6 of Chad Provost. Top 5 cars have pulled away from 6th place runner Dave Raptoy. 7th is Chad Provost in the 6th. 8th is Joe Warren in the 13. 9th is Don Franklin. And 10th is Rob Favreau. 2 laps to go for Lonnie Rivers. Cody Benoit looking to the inside of the 0. Keith O'Neill trying to take that spot. Gordon trying to close in on the leader, but here's the white flag. Lonnie Rivers has about a half track to negotiate, and he'll already have win number 3 the 2010 racing season. Final time off of turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. He's done it again. Rivers wins. Gordon second. Lance Rapjoy third. Fourth to Cody Benoit. Fifth, Keith O'Neill. Sixth, Chad Provo. Seventh, Dave Rapjoy. Eighth, Joe Warren. Ninth, Rob Fabro. 10th to the Big Daddy, Don Franklin. Then close for 11th between the 40 of Kenny St. Germain and the 25 of Kevin Booten. Number 3 already for our two-time defending track champion. Here comes Lonnie coming around. Katyville's Lonnie Rivers getting his third win. Come on over on this side. You got the checkered flag again. We talked 2 weeks ago and we said 2 wins for you already. 3 wins for you already. What's going on?
Yes, sir. The car's definitely hooked up. Woo! Thank you. The guys in the crew have been putting 110% in the car, and we had a little slow start, which we usually do every year, but we're here, and we're going to make the best of it and hopefully get a three-peat.
Wait a minute, Lonnie. When you won 3 out of the first 5 races, that ain't no slow start. Who are you trying to kid?
Well, the first race there, I ended up finishing 11th, and, we're coming back now. We've had some really good runs. The car is super. It couldn't be any better. It's a trouble getting through traffic, but it seems like this car gets through almost every week.
Any mishaps that you had to avoid? There was a fairly big one earlier. Were you anywhere near that?
No, I was back a little bit. The only kind of mishap I had was when Kevin Booten kind of door slammed me coming out of two laps in a row. But other than that, the luck was with us tonight.
Well, congratulations. You're running strong already, and the 7's rolling.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
All right, that's Lonnie. Go ahead, Lonnie.
I just want to thank Bob Weitz especially. Bob does all the painting on my car every year. Does all the lettering. Great guy. Does an awesome job. If it wasn't for him, the car wouldn't look as good as it does every year. And I just want to thank Uncle Mike, Bug, Jerry, Spud. Oh my God, there's so many people here.
You got any more good nicknames? Bug, Spud.
Yeah, well, we got a lot. It's easier to have nicknames than it is regular names. Well, just want to thank everybody and all my sponsors.
All right, nice job, Lonnie. Lonnie Rivers with his 3rd win already.
Mini Modifieds ready to go. 15 laps. Final event of the evening. Leclerc and Crazy Ed bring them down. Green flag is out. They take them 3 wide into turn number 1, and Josh Leclerc will look to lead them up the backstretch. Look out, Speedy's caught in the bunker, gets it back on track, but he's losing a lot of ground as they race into turn number 3. Oh, look out, Gilligan runs into one of the tires at the bottom of the racetrack. Caution, flag is out. Pounded the right end of the cow catcher on Gilligan's number 77. As they'll get that tire back into its proper space before we go back to green flag racing. Pinch hitting for Justin tonight, who is not behind the wheel. Seymour's 35 and the brown turd make up row number 2. Field start to pick it up as they come off turn 4. We are back to the green. Three wide action once again as they head into turn 1, now 2 and up the backstretch. It's Josh Leclerc on the inside, Crazy Ed on the outside, and the turd has moved into turd. Scramble on for position to the middle of the pack. Both the 59 and the 95 trying to work their way through. Donor in the 1, now looks to the inside. We got a car sideways on the backstretch. That's the 4 of LeVere, and he is nailed by the 23 of Archer. Seymour's 357 able to avoid the mishap. But it will bring out caution number 2 on lap number 2. Two down, and we're ready for a restart. Leclerc in the 7, Crazy Ed in the 1. They start to pick it up as they come back off turn 4. Green flag is out. It's Leclerc on the inside, Crazy Ed on the outside. And the 08 runs in that 3rd spot. Here comes Crazy Ed to the inside. Donor looking for a way by Josh Leclerc, but he's able to get that 7 down to the bottom of the racetrack. Nice move by Josh. LeClaire leads it. Crazy Ed second. Third spot goes to the 0-2 of Collins. Bordeaux is back to fourth. Seymour is fifth. Here comes Brissett on the move on the inside. The 59 car has taken sixth. Bobby Lavere runs seventh. Rick Donor now eighth in the 59. He's now moved to seventh. Dropped Lavere back a spot. Jamie LaFountain has moved to ninth in the 20. Dropping the Archer 21 back into the 10th spot. They'll complete lap number 5. This time by, it's still Josh LeClaire at the top. Crazy Ed in second. And we're way by. Here comes that door. It's open. And here comes Crazy Ed. Donor with a nose in front. LeClaire trying to fight right back on the outside. Steven Brissett on the move in the 59. The baby blue for Stone Cold now inside of Collins, challenging for that number 3 spot. And look who's right behind the 59. It's Captain Thunder in the 95. Mini mods are halfway. Crazy Ed Donor, pinch hitting for Justin, is the leader. Steven Brissett now looks to the inside of Josh LeClaire. They battle for the number 2 spot. Caution flag is out. We got a car off the top of turn number 4. It's Brusso's 26. There's fluid on the racetrack. Fuster spins the 44. There's a couple of other cars up there as well. I believe that Jamie LaFountain 20 is one of them. And the caution is back out.
It was Randy Martin, 77, back in the pits. This is going to be a real good point night for Steven Brissett.
Here they come. Crazy Ed on the inside. Josh LeClaire on the outside. Back to the green flag. LeClaire trying to get it done to the outside. He's side by side with the Crazy One as they race up the backstretch. Here comes the 59 of Stone Cold Steve Brissett, right on the back bumper of Crazy Ed. He's going to look for a way by on the inside. Josh LeClaire sticking right with him on the outside. Top 2 cars remain separated by less than a car length as they race up the backstretch. Little tap from behind for Crazy Ed. Drifts him a little bit high. Door opens inside. Can Steven get through? Not this time. Set sideways in the 59. He got into the corner a little bit too hot. He lost a couple of spots, and here comes the captain on the bottom of the racetrack. Rick Donor and the 0-2 Collins. They race side by side for the number 3 spot. Now LeClaire's going to look to get by in the bottom as Donor drifts a little bit high in that 1 car. Crazy Ed leads it. Josh LeClaire second. Captain Thunder is third. And right now it's Stone Cold in the 4th spot. As now Donor looks to the inside of the 7th. And now with 4 laps to go, we could have 2 brothers battling for the top spot. Crazy Ed in the 1 and Captain Thunder in the 95. But he's still got a ways to go to try to run down that 1 car. Still 3 car lengths behind. Next time by, there'll be just 2 to go. Josh LeClaire trying to hold on to that 3rd spot. He's battling with the 59 of Stone Cold Steve Brissett. Popsicle sticks are out this time by, and Rick Donor has cut that advantage to 1 car length. He's right there looking to the outside of Crazy Ed. LeClaire and Brissett battle side by side for the 3rd spot. Here comes the captain on the inside. Crazy Ed says no. He shuts the door on him. White flag is out. Rick's going to try the outside this time. And Ed's going to drift up high and block him once again. Now Rick will swing to the bottom. This time the door is open. And again, the one cuts him off. He's sideways. Here comes 95 on the inside. Rick Donner's got the lead. Crazy Ed's back to second. Stone Cold finishes third. Fourth spot to Josh LeClaire. Jimmy Collins finishes fifth. Brotherly love at Airborne Speedway as the Donors get banging on each other, with Ed chopping the 95 a couple of times. And the captain, the Watson Glass 95, gets the win. Rob is headed down to victory lane. It's been a while since Ed's race. He forgot he was supposed to stop. You're going to say at the line, Chris Clark moved up and got that fifth spot. So what a finish to close things out tonight here in the Keysville Napa Mini Modifieds. The brothers Donor battle to the end, and at the end, the captain beats the crazy one. I think they're telling each other they're each number one. Well, Rob, be careful down in Victory Lane because this could get dangerous. Crazy Ed's going to say, "What you hit me for?" Rick's going to say, "You chopped me 3 times." There's your winner. The captain gets it done. Let's go downstairs. Rob Knowles, take it away.
Okay, thanks, Rick. We'll get a word with Rick Donor in just a second. All right, is everything okay, Rick Donor? That is your brother right behind you.
Oh, I have a little family feud when we get home, that's all.
Well, tell us about the race. I know the last couple of laps, it was back and forth, and you were trying to find a way around. You looked outside, you looked inside, and then eventually you were able to make the pass going into turn 3 on the final lap.
I guess he couldn't block me good enough on turn 1 there, so I got underneath him.
Well, now, are you going to be having dinner at Ed's house anytime soon?
Everything's cool. Once we get off the track, don't worry about it.
All right, well, congratulations getting back here to Victory Lane, and I know after the disappointment of a couple of weeks back, this certainly feels good for you.
Yes, it does. Thank you.
All right, Rick Donor, everybody, he gets the win tonight in the Mini Mod feature event.
That's going to wrap up Motorsports Magazine for this evening, Rob. Richard Tesseur, a big win in the modifieds.
And he was able to win with Patrick Dupree finishing in the second spot. Restart with 22 laps complete. Everybody seemed to think Patrick Dupree probably would have something for him, but Tesseur was able to pull away and maintain the 5 to 6 car length advantage down the stretch.
Not a good night for Martin Wall. He charged hard from the back of the pack, but he charged a bit too hard.
Martin was going to lose more points to Patrick Dupree. Martin, a casualty going out in the race in the middle stages of the event, and the 90 team scrambling right now, struggling in the early season.
1 points leader it was not a good night for was Robin Wood. He was involved in an incident with Bill Sawyer early in the feature, and Buck O'Brien picks up another win. And some of the top point guys right there in second and third, it's going to make things awfully close.
Yeah, but as I recall, I still think Robin was able to salvage a finish that was right near a top 10, if not inside the top 10. So it could have been worse. He was able to rally late and end up with a fairly decent result. He'll still have the point lead going into next week.
Lonnie Rivers, one more time.
Lonnie Rivers on a roll. Third win in 5 events. And that team is hooked up right now. And Lonnie's doing an excellent job of keeping his car out of trouble. And there was some trouble to be found in that race. Lonnie didn't find any of it, and what he was able to find was another checkered flag.
Hey, we found 2 brothers that argue and disagree more than you and I. Rick Donor and Crazy Ed.
Well, Ed wasn't very happy down in the at the start-finish line in Victory Lane, and frankly, I didn't want to be down there that long either because I wasn't sure if things were going to boil over. But Rick was happy. Rick was happy that he was able to get a checkered flag again. It's his second victory of the season after the disappointment 2 weeks back of being disqualified in Tech. Ed was trying to protect his line, trying to race for the win, and Rick was able to pass him on the final turn after there was some contact in the third turn that set up the fourth corner pass.
And in the Bomber division,
Josh Duravash.
a driver who pretty much had the championship sealed up last year, but really had some bad luck at the end of the season, ended up finishing second by just a couple of points. Struggled at the beginning of the season, but as you mentioned, a big win for Josh.
That's a very tight point division right now. There's about 5 cars that are all real close. And you could argue that the guy who has been fastest when he's been on the track, Bill Joyle, had a tough finish tonight. He got a piece of the turn one wall. But that division's very close. The car count has not been as strong this year for the Bombers. But close racing at the front, and the points certainly bear that out. It was a 3-way tie going into the night. And I believe when the results are compiled and the points are compiled after tonight, the 72 of LaGrave should be the point leader. Very slim margin, though.
2 awards to give out. The Watson Glass Driver of the Week. We'll you kick off this week. I voted last time. Who's your choice?
Let's see. Watson Glass Driver of the Week. Well, it's not going to be Lonnie Rivers because he's won 3 times now. The Modified Division, well, Richard Tesser perhaps wouldn't be a bad choice. Anybody else in play? You got any other names that you're thinking of?
I'm thinking of a driver in that mini Modified Division. It was a great finish.
Rick Donor?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go with, I'll go with Richard Tesser.
All right, so it's up to Gene to vote. So Gene votes. Well, we knew Gene would not vote for Rick Donor.
Oh, come on, you and your conspiracy.
Gene would vote for a Democrat before he'd vote for Rick
Oh,
Donor.
he'd never do that.
So Richard Tisser is the Watson Glass Driver of the Week, and the Fast Freniers Award for the Hard Charger.
Boy, Gene brought up a good one in the Renegades.
My vote is going to be in the Renegades. I think he's already won this once.
Well, Gene mentioned Cody Benoit. Is that your pick, Gene? Now, I was thinking Sean Duquette in the Sportsman. Who are you thinking?
I was thinking Chad Provost again because he was involved in that incident. One of the cars got turned around early on, went to the back, and really charged his way back up to the front. He was going to get my vote, but I guess we'll have to go with Benoit since it's 2 for 1.
All right, let's do that.
So Cody Benoit is the winner of the Hard Charger Award from Freniers. We want to thank Gene Gagne for his outstanding work on the camera. Gene from OutsideGroove.com. Thanks to Brian McBride from Plattsburgh.com, as well as Calvin Castine from Hometown Cable. For one last time from the Airborne Speedway in Plattsburgh, for Rob Knowles, I'm Rick Knowles. Good night.